Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. So we are going in to take on the manufacturer series of the 2020 series on Gran Turismo Sports. So here we are, and round one is going to be at Suzuka Circuit for 14 laps, and we are going in to take on the Group 4 category for today. So this will might have 3-point race entry to be available, so just going to make sure to keep in track of the time before we're about to get ready to go. Now, this one might have to make sure to check the race details before you're about to scroll down. The required tires will be selected, so just going to make sure to recognize these icons. So this will be using the racing hard, medium, and soft will be required in to get prepared. So I hope this one might have to get ready, you guys. Whenever we had to do all directions at once, so we had to avoid a 20-second post-race penalty. But this one might have changes into a 60-second post-race penalty, so we had to be very careful. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want with the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the first race, and let's begin. Welcome everybody to the first round of the 2020 series of the manufacturer series is about to begin. So it looks like everybody is about to be pumped up and get started. So it looks like this will be given the best time. Lambert Volkix 39 takes on the first place in the Renault Sport Making Trophy. And here's Diego C 1980 in second place in the BMW M4. Mark Rapp 10 is now taking third place in the Ford Mustang Group 4. And here's Phoenix 1183 in fourth place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. Vincent X is now taking fifth place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport, and it looks like Metalox 55 is going in sixth place. And here's Muscle 3450 in the Volkswagen Scirocco. HVAC Tolster takes on 8th place in the Audi TT Cup car. And here's myself in 9th place in the Chevy Corvette C7 in Sportec livery. Pro BST takes on 10th place in the Ford Mustang Group 4. And here's Tiny Tim _86 is about to take 11th place. Cold Blue 111 is taking 12th place in the Dodge Viper Group 4. And here's Goose the Moose in 13th place for the BMW M4. 14th place is Out 327 in the BMW M4. It looks like Gnome Toby is now taking 15th place in his Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. And here's RX-7 Drift R is now in 16th place in the Lexus RCF. Silver Ford Crease is taking 17th place in the Toyota 86 Group 4. Nigel Haas 13 takes on 18th place. And here's Wada Matrix in 19th place in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. So be prepared, you guys. This one might have all 3 required tires, so we had to avoid a 1-minute post-race penalty. But similar to be having a 20-second post-race penalty, so we had to be very careful. So we're just gonna need to drive safe and do the best you can, because this will might have to commence the rolling start to be at the final turn at the chicane. So here we go, let's do this, and this will be having the first round in the 2020 series manufacturer series is going underway. Good luck out there and do your best. We'll be taking a good racing performance. We'll be doing the new ways for having a new start of a season. Coming in onto the first turn, so it looks like this is going to be pretty tough it gets. Oh, looks like this one might have one driver to be pulling up the track, and looks like this is going to be having expect contact. So Phoenix 1183 just barely taking that short recovery, and looks like this is going to be getting a little bit disturbing struggle out there. Oh boy, looks like this is going to be getting a little bit pushing up off the track by having a little heavyweight handling. Just gonna have to take that short recovery for me, and looks like Tiny Tim 86 is now going into 10th place. Looks like this is gonna be a one massive group formation out there to be reached up onto the next turn, folks. Looks like Colt Blue 111 is about to be coming in to pass by me. Dodge Viper is now taking in 11th place, and looks like this is going to be taking on that next turn. Just going to keep it careful because this wheel might have a well-stable environment for this race. And here comes the hairpin. Hope this is going to be pretty good out there. Just going to have to take one car at a time, but this will be doing the best suitable lineup to be going in. Going by onto the spoon corner, so this wheel might have to take the favorite corner to be reached up onto the next turn. Just find a good braking point to be suitable to be reached up to going in on the inside towards the apex. There you go. Looks like everybody did so nicely, but this is going to be pretty excellent to see how it goes perfectly as planned. Gonna have to take the good formation lineup to be in the west course layout, so this is going to have to take a good full straight to be having some slipstream. Coming in onto the out and out corner section, so this wheel might leads up onto the chicane. Everybody is about to be going in to have a good solid clean race lineup, but looks like this is going to be pretty good to see it. This will be having some few gap distance for any drivers who will be going in for having a further or nearby distance, as definitely might be coming in at the end of the first lap. Going forward to take the second lap, but this wheel might have to take one selected tires that this wheel might be going in by the following up list. Just gonna have to going in onto the first turn. Just gonna have to catch up onto Colt Blue 111 in the Dodge Viper Group 4. Chevrolet is now going in to take the heated rivalry with Dodge, but this wheel might be taking a few distance chance to catch up with some several opponents. It looks like Ford is now going in onto 8th place, while the 10th place Porsche driver is about to be going in to take that short recovery by slowing down. Just going to keep a well exercised caution. I hope this is going to have to take a little bit more tight squeeze that this is going to be going in onto the next turn. Coming in onto the next corner. Hope this is going to be pretty risky, and looks like this is going to be having Porsche to be giving a little bit tipped off to push the Viper off the track. So looks like this will might have no effect on the penalty, but this is definitely might be having Dodge was definitely might be having a little bit hard time to see it. But this is going to have to take plenty more side by side to be closing in onto the gap. But looks like I'm just going to need to catch up onto Vincent X1023 in 8th place. Going in onto the spoon corner, so this wheel might have to pull the brake. There you go. Just gonna have to stay on the inside. This wheel might have to be safe to avoid going on the outside. So it looks like this is going to be good to see the top 3 drivers is now going in to take the heated battle to be on the farther distance. Lambert Toastbig 39 is now taking the lead, so it looks like he's going in to take that chicane after the final turn. So it looks like this wheel might have to move on to the next lap. This wheel might be giving a new set of the fastest lap time for only 2 minutes and 18 seconds, but now this wheel might have a 13.17 seconds, has definitely might be adding in for having a new set of the fastest lap. Pretty good out there, folks, but looks like this wheel might have to see how Lambert Toastbig definitely might be taking the lead wheel going in. He might have to take home the podium. So here we go, the 6th place driver is now going in to take the understeering action. This one might have 2 oversteer Group 4 car is now taking the action. Ford and Porsche are now going in to catch up onto Volkswagen. I hope this is going to be pretty good to see how Muscle 3450 is about to be going in. Oh, looks like Tiny Tim just barely loosened up on that grip to be forced to slow down onto the sand trap by getting off the track. Looks like just going to need to be very careful. Try to avoid the sand trap. Is going to be a slow effect for a Group 4 car. Probably might need to stay away from. Coming in to be passing in underneath the bridge to be reached up onto the hairpin. So it looks like this one might have a 5th place driver to be having that penalty. Gonna have to be very careful. Ignoring the track limit is gonna be a pretty caught on a red line. Just gonna need to be very careful. Looks like this one might see how Vincent X 1023 is about to be catching up onto Muscle 3450. Looks like I'm about to be going in, folks. This will have to take that spoon corner. This will have to do that oversteer. We'll be dealing with the understeer Group 4 car. We'll be taking the upper hand. Looks like this is going to be getting close. Porsche is now taking the heated chase to catch up onto Volkswagen. So this will might have a full straight to be reached up onto the next turn to be going in onto the out and out. Volkswagen's about to be stay well defended, and looks like Porsche is still staying on the line of the gap to be closed in. This is going to be having that chicane, and oh, looks like this is going to be pretty successful out there, folks. Porsche overtakes Volkswagen, and looks like Chevrolet is now going in to keep it, well, the same thing, but just going to have to keep it reminded, because just going to need to keep the number of laps remaining. Whenever you're going to need to take 3 tires to be required all at once, just make sure use it wisely. Otherwise, that will might end up having a 1-minute post-race penalty, as definitely might be well triggered at the end of this race. So it looks like this is going in to take a good forward leading in, but barely mistaken in for having that penalty to be 1 minute, 1 second on that track limit. But it's going to have to take a little hard time to see it, so looks like you're going to have to take one good pass on to Vincent X 1023 to be dropped down onto 8th place. So it looks like Muscle 3450 is about to be coming in. Just going to keep it well stayed strategized, and oh man, looks like this is going to be pretty harsh to see that, folks. Metalox 55 just barely spun out off the track, and now he's coming back on the road up the circuit. So looks like this is going to be pretty hard out there to see. A Porsche has definitely might be loosened up on that grip. So apparently this will might have a 3-second penalty for Muscle 3450 in the Volkswagen Scirocco Group 4. Gonna make sure that this will might have a well managed of the penalty whenever mistakes happens all the time. Just gonna have to keep it nice respectfully, but this will have to lead up onto the penalty line to be forced to slow down. Chevrolet and Volkswagen is now going in to be forced to slow down. Just gonna have to set the hazard lights to be proceed, to be forced to be decelerated. And looks like this one might brings the Renault Sport is going forward to take on 4th place. Lambert Topisk is now taking on to catch up with the top 3 drivers, and looks like Vincent X 1023 and Metalox 55 is going in to take that double overtake. 2 Porsches will be having 1 Renault Sport will be having a battle will be going in. But looks like this will might have and expect double trouble out there, folks. 2 drivers are about to be going right in, and this will might lead it for only 6th place driver to be going into the pits. Lap number 5 will be proceed, so I could probably might need to do better to go over to the pits. Just choose the different compound tires to be selected. But this is going to be taking a one hard step that this wheel might be going in to take the different method. It looks like Phoenix 1183 just took the new set of the fastest lap time for only 2 minutes and 11.799 seconds. I hope he can probably do his best out there, but looks like he's in the lead, followed by Diego C 1980 in 2nd place, followed by Mark Q in 3rd place. Looks like Lambert Topix 39 is now going in to stay defended to be in 4th place, while Vincent X 1023 is now taking the leading chase, but this is going to have to getting a little bit closing in on that distance. Looks like I just barely saw them in a few further upon. Going in to take that hairpin, gonna keep it nice and slow. Re-accelerate it, and this will might leads back onto the spoon corner. Vincent X is now going into catching up onto Lambert Topix 39, but this is going to have to take a little bit more range for only 2 seconds that this is going to need to catch up. Gonna keep going on the inside, so I hope this is gonna have to take a little bit more recommendable pit stop that this wheel might need to go over with the Racing Medium compound. This wheel might have a best way to take a break from using the Racing soft tires. Take that out and out corner, going into the chicane, and this wheel might lead up onto the pit stop, viewers. Okay, that should probably do it, so this wheel might be giving in, and looks like that wheel might have a detect a 1 second penalty by ignoring the track limits, so just gonna have to make sure to go over to the next lap to be forced to slow down by crossing the penalty line. Alright, looks like this wheel might have to get my crew to change up the different compounds, so this wheel might take plenty of spare refuel, so this will be all good for now. Dropping down onto 11th place by going into the pits. So this wheel might have several drivers by using the Racing hard or medium compound tires to be active use. So it looks like going in onto that S-curve, that Stephanie might be taking a little bit techniques real go often. It looks like Lambert Topix 39 is now going back onto third place. Looks like he's about to catch up onto Diego C 1980 in second place. Renault Sport is about to be going in to have a best mid-engine mini trophy car is about to be going in to have it all. But it looks like Phoenix 1183 could probably have to do a little bit more mobility chance that this wheel might need to get a chance to go over to take that pit stop. I bet he's at the spoon corner, folks. He could probably have to take that braking point whenever he's going to need to do the inside by rolling up the apex. There you go. Whenever you see the course map on the top right, that's how where Phoenix 1183 is taking the lead. So it looks like Lambert Topix 39 is about to be going in to make a good pass on Diego C 1980 in second place. But this is going to be going in to have that out and out corner section. This will be taking a risk to be reached up onto that chicane. Oh boy, looks like this is going to get a little bit hard handling to see it, so just going to force to slow down. So this one might let Metalox 55 wheel go in. There you go, looks like Lambert Topix 39 is now back in the lead. Renault Sport is about to take the gold for only the 6th lap, will be proceed onto the 7th lap. But this is going to have to take a little bit more exercise caution whenever you're going to have to use 2 tires, but better be careful not to reach over to the finish line whenever we need to use all 3 tires at once. Luckily, blue flag signal has barely called it in. Just going to make sure to keep a good eye out, so this will might have a last place driver will be roaming around in the circuit. Just going to have to keep going in to take the inside turns to go smoothly. Vincent Tex 1023 is in second place, so looks like this one might have 2 Porsches in the top 3 to catch up onto Renault Sport, viewers. And luckily Phoenix 1183 is about to be going right back onto the top to stay right at it. He can probably have to keep it well endure, along with Vincent Tex 1023 in 2 Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. But luckily, they just gonna need to go on to keep going strong to catch up onto the Lambert Topix 39. Just going to need to get closer to catch up onto Metalox 55 for only 5.6 seconds on the gap range. But this is going to need to get a little bit more, find some time out there for UDRS and Sportec in the Corvette C7 Group 4. Coming back onto the spoon corner, so this is going to have to take that braking point. Just going to have to keep a good reliable technique. Has to be going in, falling up onto the boot limps. But this is going to need to take a little bit more further chance upon. So that should be having a prime perfect turn or having a different compound tires to keep it nice and safe. take that out and out corner, going right past on over to the blue blimps to stepping in onto the apex, going in to take the chicane. So just gonna need to keep it careful not to ignore the track limits. So this is gonna be leads up onto the next lap to be going out to the 7 and move on to the 8. That should probably have to do to proceed on to 9th place. But several drivers will be coming out to the pits that this one might have to choose a different tire compound. Just gonna make sure to use it wisely because this will might lead us to be on the safe point to avoid a 1-minute penalty. There you go. This one might have to going in to take the upper hand. Just stay safe for having the X curves will be blended in. Looks like HVAC Toaster is now taking on in 8th place. Just gonna see how Metalux 55 is now moving on to 7th place. Looks like Al Hatta is now definitely going in to pass by my position. Just gonna need to keep going, but this wheel might have Insport Tech will be taking the line of defense, will be staying in 9th place. But this will might have for only less laps remaining until going back onto the pits by using the Racing Hard compound tires. We'll be using the last step. So step by step, for only 3 types of tires will be going in all directions. So maybe this wheel might be given the best possible ways that this wheel might have to be going in by the shuffle. But directional lines and compound tires to be well selected. So this is going to be given the best ways to be alternative that this wheel might be given the best solution. So it looks like Metalux 55 took a new set of a fastest lap. 2 minutes and 10.337 seconds has definitely might be achieve a new fastest time. So it looks like this is going to be pretty good out there to beat Lambert Topic's 39 last lap. But this is going to be pretty good to see which one of the Group 4 car could be going fastest to be on Suzuka Circuit. Going forward to take the 9th lap. I hope this one might have to proceed right back onto the pit stop, viewers. This wheel might have a best recommendable position whenever you need to strategize to be safe. Gonna have to pull the brake right back onto the first turn. Going straight into the S curves will be keep it nice and smooth to be in the safe position. So it looks like HVAC Toaster is now going into 7th place, and looks like Mark Q10 is now into 8th place. This is going to be taking a long further gap distance to see here, folks. Only 10 seconds up ahead. And it looks like this is going to be having Tiny Tim 86 is now going into 9th place. Ford Mustang overtakes Chevrolet, will be going in to take that next turn. I bet he could probably have to be safe out there. Given the best inside turn, will be doing the best option, and looks like that was so close for him. So that will be having Chevrolet will be taking the advantage. Reach up onto the hairpin. Looks like this is going to keep it careful. There you go. Looks like this is going to be taking a safe turn to be re-accelerating to go over to the spoon corner. So it looks like this is going to be having a continued battle to see how 2 Porsches will be having the battle out to be in 2nd place. It looks like Phoenix 1183 is now going into number 2 with his Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. So it looks like this is going to be having Benson Tex 23 is now in 3rd. So it looks like Lambert Topis 39 is going back onto the pits, so this one might have to use the Racing Medium tires to be selecting imports. Gonna have to choose which tire whenever he likes to get prepared. Looks like he's using the Racing Soft tires will be doing the last stand. I bet he can probably choose correctly because this will be doing the best chance out there, folks. Using all 3 tires at once, so that means cleared to be safe will be proceed to move on. So it looks like I'm about to going in as well. But this wheel might have a good enough amount of fuel that this wheel might have plenty of time. Just gonna have to go over to let my crew to change up the tires. So putting up the hard compound to be set and ready to go. This wheel might have 5% amount of fuel to be added up on it. So it looks like this wheel might put me back down onto 13th place. Overtake by Water Matrix by coming out of the pits. So Diego C1980 is coming back onto third place. So that was definitely might be pretty good to give him the best moment. I hope he can probably have to take home the bronze at any time, but several drivers will be going in to overtake his position. But this will have to take a little bit more possibilities to see how several drivers will be taking on the battle in fourth place. Only 4 more laps to go, viewers. This will be taking the best chance out there to see how everybody is doing. Taking a lot of good practice work before the competition begins, but this will be doing some great out there for having some fine differences in drivetrains between the oversteer and understeer. So this will might have 19 drivers are still active to be around the track, but this is going to have to take a little bit more time to be in the spoon corner before taking the full straight. So it looks like this is going to be pretty obvious to see how Hatta is now taking on an 11th place to catch up with some several drivers to be going in for only one time. It looks like Water Matrix is now in 12th place in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, but this will have to take a little bit further distance upon. Gonna take that out and out corner before going right back onto the chicane. Looks like I'm about to do the same thing. Pretty good solid fine technique turn, no ignoring the track limit. So it looks like this is going to be doing great out there to see it. So it looks like this will might have 2 drivers will be going into the pits by using the racing medium tires in the first pit stop. So now during the second pit stop, so this will might have to change the different compound. Going in to take 11 lap. Hope this is going to have to take a little bit well endurance for this race. Just going to make sure to keep it well focused to keep up the good work. It looks like Tiny Tim 86 is about to be coming in to catch up onto Muscle 3450 in 9th place with the Volkswagen Scirocco. Gotta make sure to see how the Muscle Car Group 4 car will be overtake a German hatchback. This is going to be one interesting battle for the drivetrains, has definitely might be going in. Looks like Tiny Tim 86 is now moving on to 9th place. So that will brings up for Muscle 3450 will be in 10th place. So I hope I could probably catch up to him. This will be having a 9-second gap distance up ahead. Just gonna have to go faster it goes for the Chevy Corvette C7. Silver 4 Keeps is now coming in to pass my position. Gonna have to take that hairpin. Just keep it nice and smoothly, and this will have to take it all. Reaching right back onto the spoon corner, we'll be doing the excellent racing skills, we'll be doing the advantage. Gonna keep going. Looks like this is going to be having a 0.4 seconds behind. Just stay well defended whenever I get. This is going to be a pretty tough battle that this one might have to stay on in 11th place. Several drivers are moving into the 12th lap, so we're still currently on to the 11th lap, so we're almost there. This one might have to lead up onto that chicane. We'll be doing some fine techniques to keep it nice and slow. It looks like Tiny Tim 86 is now going in to take one more pit stop remaining. So I hope this one might have to use with one tire to be selected in a different type. Now changed up onto 10th place, so I hope this is going to be pretty good to see it. I bet Tiny Tim is now coming out. So it looks like he's in 12th place, viewers. So it looks like this is going to be having a good, excellent ways to have a good start. Silver 4 Keys is now coming in. Gonna have to take that S-curves because this is going to be a one tough grueling battle. Hope I could probably have to keep it last. Keep it nice and slow, and looks like Super 4 Keys is now going to have to take the inside. But this will might have Insport Tech to stay on the further distance, will be shortened in. That was pretty good, excellent to have a leading chase. So looks like this one might have Silver 4 Keys will be pretend that he's racing a ghost. So looks like this will be having Insport Tech to be stay focused, to be reached up for dealing a lot of corners, will be going in. It looks like Pro BST is now definitely on to 8th place. So this is going to get a little bit more conclusion out there to see several drivers will be going in. And it looks like this one might have one driver to see it, and this is going to be having a short recovery. Gotta keep it careful after that smooth corner, but this wheel might lead to that sand trap. Will be giving a 1 trap bait, so we're just going to need to avoid it. That should do it. Looks like Silver 4 Keys is still on my tail. Just gonna have to keep going to make a good focus to reach up onto the next turn. Going back onto the out and out section. Gonna have a good aim on the blue blimps. Barely lost at that moment. And looks like this one might bring Silver 4 Keys is now going in on the overtake. No wait, Chevrolet is now staying on the line of the defense. Looks like this wheel might have to bring back on the line. Now that was a pretty close call onto the chicane. Now moving on to the 13th lap, viewers, this wheel might leads up for only one more to go, and it's going to be a final lap. So luckily, HVAC Toaster is now in 2nd place, and Metalox 55 is now in 3rd. It looks like Lambert Tobicus is now going to need to stay on in 1st place. Looks like this is going to be a pretty hard time for him. Renault Sport will be going in to be on the overtake whenever HVAC Toaster will be in 1st place in no time. This is going to be pretty tough, viewers. I hope HVAC Toaster could probably have to do his best. Coming in to see the fastest lap out there for HVAC Toaster. 2 minutes and 9.355 seconds has definitely might be well occurred for having a new run. I hope he can probably have to do his upper hand racing skills, folks. He can probably climb up to the top until when he reaches up to 1st place. That will be his best podium to be part of the Manufacturer Series. Looks like Lambert Tobias is now going to need to stay on it. This wheel might have to take one last stand, that this wheel might be saving the best time to reach up onto the podium before reaching up onto the finish line. And here we go. Looks like this wheel might have the final lap. This is going to have to take a little bit more far distance to be reached up ahead. But this is going to have to deal with some separate opponents who will be staying well line defended. That should probably have to do a lot better to see how the Chevrolet Corvette C7 I just keep it well guarded to be in 10th place. I hope I could probably have to take home to do the nice finish. This one might bring Diego C1980 is now going in to take one last pit stop to go. I hope he can probably have to take this last stand, and it looks like Pro BST is now in as well. Gotta make sure that these two will have to make it quick. It looks like Diego C1980 is going with the Racing Hard compound. Now, looks like 2 drivers are now coming out to the pits, and this wheel might leads up to have their final stand before taking the last lap will be proceed. It's been 30 minutes during the race begin for having a new start of the season. So I hope this is going to be having a best time of the exhibition stage. And looks like Silver 4 Keys in the Toyota 86 is now overtakes my current position. So it looks like this is going to be having Walter Matrix in 11th place in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Now that was pretty incredible out there because the Toyota 86 overtakes the C7 Chevrolet. Luckily, Aston Martin has secretly joined in as well. But looks like Insport Tech is now going in to take the hot pursuit on them. This wheel might have it all. It looks like Silver 4 Keys is now taking the slow down by having a sand trap to be struck in. Looks like this is going to be having a little take back to be moved on onto 11th place. Now, this we might have in Sportec will be catching up onto Water Matrix in 10th place for the Aston Martin. Gonna have to catch up because coming in to have that last spoon corner, we'll be doing one more time. And looks like Lambert Topicus is now finally got first place in the first round in the 2020 Series Manufacturer Series. Renault Sport has finally won it, folks. Lambert Topicus 39 have successfully won first place in the first round. Now that was pretty excitement that he just did a long-lasting distance to be reached up onto the podium. Looks like HBAC_Toaster has reached up in second place. Metalox55 has finished in third place. And everybody is about to be proceed to take that checker flag. And looks like this one might have a few other drivers will be going in to take the last chicane. And this is going to be pretty excitement to see it out there, folks. What in the most impressive race of all time. So luckily, we did everything what we could to stay safe out there to avoid a 1-second penalty. Now, I probably had to move on from 11th place into 9th place. So it looks like we have 3 drivers has taking a 1-minute penalty. So it looks like this is going to be pretty surprising. Just like having a 20-second post-race penalty, folks. But this one might have a different changes since the update was released. So I hope this is going to be a pretty good job out there, except 3 drivers who hadn't take all 3 tires at once. But luckily, just going to make sure to have a lesson here. Just following up the directions whenever you check the race details. You'll be having different icons of each required tires will be joining in before the race begins. So, looks like this one might have the results confirmed. So it was a pretty good job out there that I just took 9th place to be moved on automatically, since 3 drivers had barely took the penalty. But with all due respect, just going to make sure to have a nice direction during the competition. We'll be doing suitable to be safe. Now let's just going to go over to have some price earnings, and this will be having some good distance that we just did what we could. Now that was a pretty good GG, you guys. That means the 2 words of good game. Now, looks like I'm about to go over to congratulations to Lambert Topicus 39 for the win. So looks like he did pretty good job out there with his Renault Sport Mini Trophy 2011. HBAC_Toaster has did pretty well in second place for the Audi TT Cup 2016. Matterlocks55 did well in third place for the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. So, looks like this one might have a good ways to have everybody to save a replay. This will be having a good recap or having a good highlights. Taking the first round in the manufacturer series will be require all 3 tires at once by having a mandatory requirement. So this one might have to be changed up from a 20-second post-race penalty into a 1-minute penalty. The second round for the next race is going to be at the Red Bull Ring for a Group 3 category race. Be sure to check the race details before we're about to get started as a reminder. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Livery blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with liveries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing in the 2020 Series Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.